Hello. It's my property clinic. It's another one of these things. Number 17. I've done this 17 times. Can you believe it? Oh, no. Amazing. It's really helped me through the lockdown, actually, to talk about random questions. I thank you so much for sending in your questions. I still really enjoyed it. Really enjoying answering the completely random questions that I get asked, and hopefully helping you in some way or passing the time. Don't forget, this is Ask Martin Monday, hashtag Ask Martin Monday, which you can do. Ask me questions on Monday on Twitter at TV Martin Roberts. So make sure you like this video, though, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'd still like more viewers, subscribers, whatever. I don't know why. I just like to think that people are there loving me and enjoying what I'm doing. I'm such a lovey. Yes, you know, I mean, there's just a personality, isn't there? Which just, there's any. Some people are tough, though, aren't they? Some people don't give a wet slap what the people think. You know, your Piers Morgans of these world. I mean, I don't know. Does he honestly ever sit back and go, oh, that really upset me? Or does he go, what have I look back? You know, some people just don't need to bother. You know, I'm like a little rabbit. I'm like, oh no, don't love me. Oh, well, anyway, what am I talking about? I don't know. So, this is my property clinic. It's related to Ask Martin Monday in a kind of third cousin removed kind of way. Oh, no, more a brother, I would say, actually, in this room. Have you ever tried to do that? Have you ever tried to work out, like, you've got a distant cousin, what was the actual relationship? It's really weird. You go, they're the brother of my sister's cousin, whatever, irrelevant. So all these questions were sent to me on my birthday, so they all have a birthday ring to them, and thank you very much for all your lovely messages on my birthday. I so liked it. Okay, this one comes from Ryan G. Happy birthday, Martin. Thank you. 3 random questions. Are you still friends with your I'm a Celeb housemates? Well, a bit like going on holiday with a group of mates, and it's all pretty amazing at the time, and you know that you will never forget the memories that you had. Do you ring them every day, and are you on the phone to them every day? No. Do you know that you're always there for each other? Yes. And will you see them again? Yes, at some party in the future? Absolutely. And we always share important bits and pieces of things that happen. So if Ola has a baby, or if Adam has a baby or gets a new job, or if any of them are doing amazing things, Jordan's going on tour, you know, then we just, we let each other know, and we support each other in everywhere we can. Highlights for me for the Jungle, probably, the Jungle Tavern. That was a completely wacky night. And, amazing. Favourite celebrity friend, co-star. Oh, this is a question from Bet. Your favourite celebrity friend or co-star? Interesting. Well, I mean, obviously, me and Lucy had a great long-standing TV husband and wife relationship. So she's the person I've co-starred with most, I guess. A lot of the stuff I've done has been on my own. That's what, like when I was doing Wish You Were Here, I was like travelling the world, but I was on my own, so I didn't actually have many friends or co-stars. Yeah, I don't really, because I don't live in London, so I don't really do the whole celebrity mingling thing as much as I should, really, because it's great fun. And I meet up and it's like, oh, I'm a big kid, really. It's like, oh my God, I'm not like that. That's Julie. I met Julie Walters once. Oh, absolutely lovely. I mean, what a legend. And it's funny, she came up to me and she said, oh, in that, I won't do the accent, but she said, Martin, are you? I was like, oh my God, that's Julie Walters. And she was like, we love Homes of the Hammer. Oh yeah, me and most, we absolutely love it. And I'm thinking, you are Julie Walters, you are Educated Rita, you are Harry Potter, you are Mamma Mia, you are amazing. Oh wow, and you like Homes of the Hammer, isn't it? I mean, la la. But actually, I tell you what I really like, Dave Gorman. Check him out if you haven't discovered Dave Gorman yet. He's absolutely fantastic. And he did a few very, 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 very funny skits about me on his show. Life is Goodish. Hysterical. Check him out. Homes of the Hammer, Mickey Takes on Life is Goodish. Advocat ceased mine mids. So I think it's a loaded question here. And I think on my original tweet response, because this is an extended version of what I say when I first get the tweet on a Monday, I respond on a Monday. I think I might have messed this up, because he did say, are you a cat or dog person? Well, I have to say I'm a dog person. Not that there's anything wrong with cats, but as they say, to a dog you are a master and somebody to love, and to a cat you're a servant. Now, you may have a cat that's different, all right? You may have a cat that isn't kind of like Eddie Izzard does. I saw it the other night. Have you ever seen Eddie Izzard doing cats and dogs? The difference between cats and dogs, it is so brilliant. How he manages to portray the difference between cats and dogs so amazingly well. It's just phenomenal. Check it out. Check it out. It's on YouTube. You check out Eddie Izzard Cats and Dogs. It's a hysterical sketch. The dog throwing sticks. Oh, you dropped your stick. Oh, you've thrown it. You dropped it again. And so it goes on. The cat's drilling. Cat's behind me drilling. No, purring, that is. Love him. So I'm actually a dog person. To cut a long story short, that was a long story, and it was short. Justin Goot, have you ever worn a plain white shirt? Yeah, it's not a good thing to wear, Martin, to wear. I tend to be a little bit messy. Yes, so a plain white shirt is just asking for trouble. It is a canvas on which I will paint with ketchup. So ideally not plain white shirts. Not ideal for me. Not that there's anything wrong with them. They look great. John Peterson asks, wooden front and back doors or plastic? Well, obviously your plastic is going to be a lot more hard wearing, okay? And will keep out the weather probably a bit better. Wooden needs a bit more care and tender loving care, and will do things like warp and possibly rot and all that kind of stuff. So you do need to look after it a bit better. But there is nothing quite like a beautiful wooden door. If it's well maintained, they are lovely, lovely, lovely. So horses for courses. If you can't be bothered to maintain it, plastic. If you can be bothered, wood. Thank you. Here we go. Steve Bradshaw. Hello, Steve Bradshaw. Happy birthday, Martin. Thank you very much for my birthday. Well, is it true that you started out at BBC Radio Lancashire? Yes, I so did. I started my career, first of all, at Radio Merseyside, where I was for a few months and had an amazing time there. And then I moved to Radio Lancashire, where I would say I learnt the tricks of my trade in local radio, and especially a couple of people at Radio Lancashire, a guy called Gerald Jackson, who I believe is even still there these days, and a guy called Ian, whose name I can't remember his surname, and they were both sort of my mentors when I was there, and I helped on one of the shows that I helped out on, and they taught me so much about just interviewing people and just producing stuff. And yeah, I think Gerald is they're both legends. I think Gerald is still there, and long may he continue. So yes, great. Oh my gosh, such great stories. One of these days I'm going to dig out some of them because I've still got them. I look at behind me. I keep all my clutter, right? But all these here, these things behind me, okay, or some of them are CDs, obviously. But there's actually, there, look. That there actually is reel-to-reel tape, okay? Reel-to-reel tape, you know what that is, right? Well, it's like a reel-to-reel tape recorder. It goes round and round and round like this, and you have big spools of tape. Oh, it comes on a reel like this. In fact, I can grab this reel here and show you. Now, this is a reel-to-reel tape. I haven't got any tape on it, but that's what they look like. Hello. But it has tape on it. And anyway, so those there are some of the stuff I did for Radio 4, but I've got all my original ones from Radio Lancashire, and they're just the characters I interviewed. Oh my word, it was amazing! People who just had just wonderful stories to tell, but stories that would never ever make it into the papers or on national TV, but locally they were amazing. There was this one guy who bought this piano, and he found this old piano in this barn, and he felt sorry for it. So he spent like tens of thousands of quid renovating this piano. And it was just an amazing situation because it had just been taken out of his home for the first time to be used for a major concert in Blackburn Town Hall or Blackburn Cathedral or something. And but to get it out of his bungalow, and it was like a big grand piano, and he rebuilt it in his front room, and he didn't work out about getting it out. So this grand piano filled this whole room, and to get it out, they were going to have to take out the front wall of his house. Very funny, but it was me and him just pinned against the wall with this piano. But the funny thing was he couldn't play. It was a great report. It was absolutely hysterical. So yes, I did start out there, and it was all absolutely marvellous. Kathy Hanny asks, good question this. It used to be considered a good idea when selling a home to get something to say planning is granted to say, for example, build an extension. Is this still true today, please? Absolutely right. Look, one of the things you could do to add value to a property is you don't even have to build an extension or a conversion or whatever, but you can actually get the planning permission to do so. So you can pay somebody, an architect, to do the planning and get the planning application in, and then you can sell the property on with that planning permission in place. Now, it might cost you 2, 3, 4, 5,000 quid to get the planning approval, but it would add maybe 10, 20, 30,000 pounds to the property value because people could see, oh, well, that's easy. I could build an extension, or I could build a loft conversion, or whatever it might be. So that is a really good idea, Kathy, definitely. And think about that as a way to add value to a property before you sell it. If you haven't got the money to do the conversion, you can actually just get the planning permission for that conversion. Chris asks, what was your favourite birthday present you got as a child? I think, looking back, the things that I was most excited about probably was a bike. I don't think, am I alone in this, that there is any better birthday present or Christmas present than a bike. I mean, maybe kids get them all the time now, so it's no big deal. But for me, it was just such a thing to have this bike. I remember cycling it, and the first time you cycle your bike without stabilisers is like, oh my God, so much to do without stabilisers. So it's probably a bike. And then I think, this is my age, but I'm quite old. One Christmas, I got a Mammoth steam engine, which is one of those ones you sort of put methylated spirits underneath and it goes really great. Mammoth steam engines. So that was probably the second birthday. That wasn't a birthday, that was Christmas. But don't you definitely remember birthdays as a child. Birthdays are still really important to me. And they're all sort of, it's always quite difficult to live up to the sort of excitement, and it's like puts a lot of pressure on. So I think it's because just birthdays as a kid were like so kind of like important. But anyway, Okay, very important question. Izzy Madison, right? What type of cake is your favourite? Indeed, it is a very important question. Cake, right? So either chocolate sponge cake with either chocolate fudge filling, or moving completely off piste, fruitcake. Soft, really mushy fruitcake with cheese. Have you ever tried that? Fruitcake with cheese. Unbelievably yummy. So yeah, those are two things I really love. Here's just one, Jake Carrick. Do you have any annoying habits? E.g., my wife stretches her foot in the bath onto the tap and loosens it, so I have to take the bath panel up and retighten it. And my daughter takes plug chains off the bath and the sink. I think annoying habits, it's difficult to know unless somebody tells you what they are. You don't actually think your own habits are annoying. I mean, I'm really rubbish at separating recycling. That seems to annoy the heck out of people. It's like, I don't know, some recycling bin, let's just stick it in there. But I seem to always get that wrong. I don't put the tin in the tin bit and the plastic in the plastic bit. So it has to be resorted and it causes all sorts of friction. And not putting things in the dishwasher properly. Those are kind of domestic, kind of annoying habits, aren't they? I don't know. I have to ask people who know me. Mandrake Fraser. Hello, Mandrake. Okay, perfect birthday party. Who would you choose for the following? One musician or a band to play? So, I would probably have Yellow. I think it would be quite good. I mean, especially if they brought the spaceship. Always never saw the Out of the Blue tour. I was all like, because that was one that had the big spaceship, right? And they're sort of in the middle and it opens up like a big oyster, and with lots of lights and smoke and lasers and things. So that would be a heck of a thing in the back garden. Yeah, that'd be really cool. A chef to cook in a meal. I think that Gordon Ramsay would be quite fun. I mean, I think he'd be just entertaining. I also like James Martin. Yep, I think he'd be good fun. I think most of the celebrity chefs would be a bit of laugh to have around. Ultimate gift. With money, no object. Galway Mercedes, would be a Bell Jet Ranger helicopter, to have somebody to fly it around. Would be quite cool. Favourite money to finish today off? Well, I do love 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I do. I mean, I've seen it hundreds of times, but it's such a great film. I'm such a Richard Curtis fan, call me an old-fashioned romantic, I don't know. Notting Hill, Love Actually, 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I mean, they just can't go wrong, really. I mean, and I've seen them hundreds of times. Yeah, probably maybe one of the Monty Pythons, Holy Grail. First time I almost thought I was going to die in a cinema from laughing so much. Awesome. And that is it. It caught me by surprise. I didn't see that the list was coming to an end. But that was it. So wow. I hope you enjoyed that. I need to come up with something. It's always been anticlimax. Let me tell you something that you might not know about me. I once did an advert for a shampoo where I was the salon stylist. Yes, check it out. Find it online. Vidal Sassoon, believe it or not. Martin Roberts does Vidal Sassoon. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, thank you for staying to the end. You got a nugget of information not a lot of people know. Check out online. Google Martin Roberts Vidal Sassoon TV advert. I think there's something up there somewhere. And you'll have a laugh like you won't believe it, right? Anyway, good, right? Thank you. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And it's hashtag Ask Martin Mondays where you can ask your questions. And it's at TB Martin Roberts is the Twitter account. Have a good week, and I'll be back with more of this next time.